You demonstrated 3 specific types of bravery that Michael identified in your file. 3 forms that most humans never demonstrate even once in their entire existence. You demonstrated all 3, repeatedly. The bravery of continuing without evidence of progress. Working and working and working and seeing nothing change. Watching people who started after you achieve what you're still chasing. Hearing the voice of doubt tell you to be realistic and accept your limitations. And refusing. Simply, quietly, stubbornly refusing to accept less than what something inside you knows is possible. The bravery of forgiving. Not the performative forgiveness that people display for social approval. The real kind. The kind that cost you something. The kind where you release someone who deserves to be held accountable because holding on to the poison was killing you faster than it was punishing them. The kind where you choose consciously and painfully to not become a mirror of the darkness that was directed at you. And the bravery of trusting. Maintaining faith when the silence from above was deafening. When your prayers seemed to hit a ceiling of concrete and fall back on your face. When people who appeared to deserve nothing received everything while you, who tried to live with integrity, kept struggling. The normal reaction is to walk away from the divine, to conclude that either God doesn't exist or God doesn't care. But you didn't do that. You held on, not with blind faith that ignores pain, with tested faith that has been through fire and emerged scarred but intact. That faith, that stubborn refusal to abandon the divine even when the divine seemed to have abandoned you, is extraordinarily rare. And Michael saw all 3. Bravery of continuing, bravery of forgiving, bravery of trusting, present in your file, demonstrated repeatedly under extreme conditions. That is what triggered the report that changed everything. Your guardian angel had been filing standard reports for years. Routine updates. Soul under attack. Soul maintaining faith. Soul struggling but operational. Standard documentation that flows through celestial hierarchies daily without generating any special attention. But after your response to the greatest betrayal, after you rose from the thing that was specifically engineered to permanently destroy you, your guardian angel filed a different kind of report. A report carrying a classification code that automatically bypasses all standard channels and escalates directly to Archangel level. The report was simple, but extraordinary. This soul has demonstrated superior grade bravery under conditions that would justify complete and permanent surrender. Pattern is consistent and repeated across multiple life seasons, requesting immediate Archangel review. Reports carrying this classification are staggeringly rare. Most guardian angels complete their entire assignment, the full lifespan of the soul they protect, without ever filing a single report at this level. Your guardian angel filed it before your story was halfway finished. The file was flagged and sent upward, past supervisors, past standard angelic processing, past every normal layer of celestial bureaucracy, directly to Michael's attention. And when Michael opened your file and saw what was inside, he did something that sent a ripple of shock through every being in the celestial hierarchy who was paying attention. He didn't delegate. He didn't assign a subordinate. He requested a direct personal observation. Michael wanted to see you himself. There is a fundamental difference between courage and bravery, and this difference is the key to understanding why Michael chose you, and not the billions of other souls he has observed across the centuries. Courage is the ability to act despite fear when there is a reasonable expectation of success. A soldier who charges a fortified position knowing his army has superior numbers demonstrates courage. An entrepreneur who launches a business with a solid plan, adequate funding, and market research demonstrates courage. A person who undergoes difficult surgery with confidence in the medical team demonstrates courage. Courage is admirable. Courage is respected. But courage is relatively common because it operates within the safety net of probability. Bravery is something entirely different. Bravery is the ability to act despite fear when there is no guarantee of success whatsoever. When the odds are openly, visibly, mathematically against you. When logic itself screams that you should stop trying. When there is zero evidence that your suffering will ever produce meaning or that your efforts will ever generate results. And you act anyway, not out of ignorance. You knew exactly how bad things were, not out of denial. You saw the reality clearly, but out of something that the ancient texts describe as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen, faith that doesn't require proof to function, hope that doesn't need evidence to persist. Love that doesn't demand reciprocity to continue giving. Daniel, walking into a den of hungry lions, had no guarantee of survival. He walked in anyway. David, a shepherd boy with a sling, facing a giant that professional soldiers were terrified to approach, had no military advantage. He stepped forward anyway. Esther, approaching the king's throne without invitation, knowing that uninvited visitors could be executed on the spot, had no guarantee of mercy. She walked forward anyway. None of them knew the ending of their story. All of them acted before the evidence arrived. That is bravery, and that is what you demonstrated. Not in a biblical arena with witnesses and historians recording the event, in the silence of your own life, in the invisible battles that nobody else saw, in the daily, unglamorous, exhausting act of choosing to keep going when every logical indicator said you should stop.